Approach this problem from two aspects, because there is no problem which is created by only one side, right? So I think we have been discussing it for quite some time, that on one side we have inadequacy of talent, on the other side companies are saying we are not getting talent on the one side, and on the other side students are saying we don't see opportunities in Kolkata. So we see both the sides of the story on a regular basis, and it seems that both the sides keep blaming each other. So I would like to present the viewpoint from both the sides today. So I will not just present it from the company side, because that is a very easy job to do. Sitting on the high chair, just telling what the companies find difficult, it's a very easy job. But I think we need to assess the problem from both sides. So let me take first from the employee side, the people who want to get in the workforce. We have seen very continuously that the reason why most of the people want to move out of Calcutta, the more and more people I meet, the more and more people I talk to and interview, I feel that the word that they use is better opportunity. I hope you are all aware of this term, right? So I tried to drill down what does this better opportunity really mean. So when I tried to figure out what does better opportunity mean, obviously number one of this whole black box of better opportunity was technology, because they want to secure their career and future for next 5, 10, 15 years. And if they are working on a technology which has been there for last 10, 15 years, there is a high probability that there will be a dip in that demand for that technology. There will be a probability to just stay in that technology pay. So obviously in Calcutta, we are not giving enough attention to the pay scales. A lot of companies feel that if we are getting someone at a rock bottom salary, then why not? Right? And I think the pay scale should be commensurate to the capabilities and talent. So we need to have better ability to understand and rate the talent which we are talking to, which we are involved in. And for rating that talent at an early stage, the move is continuous engagement from the campus days itself. This means when the guy has decided to take a career in technology, why don't we start engaging with them from that time itself, right? Instead of just going on the campus day and just trying to hire them on a campus or takes out to the outer world, right? So I still remember again, we have been falling to all these mistakes. So we are not trying to blame someone. We are not trying to point a finger to someone, because 4 fingers point to us. So we have seen that a lot of times, in early days, we used to do projects which was like, make an e-commerce site for someone who is doing a side job. They are working in a company in US, and then in the evening they are trying to open an e-store and try to make some side income. These projects are never impactful, because they never make the 90% of such projects never see the light of the day. And the employees whom you hire, whom you nurture, who wants to do great job in their life, when they work on such projects, at the end of the day they feel totally devastated. You open portal, get user, giving them anything to boast of. They are not giving them anything to be proud of. And if people are not proud of their work, I think they are least interested in doing that work. And if you see comparatively, the kind of work, I'm not again generalizing, but the kind of work that gets done in Bangalore, the kind of work that gets done in NCR region, a lot of things which they do, they are doing on high-end projects. They create products, they create platforms, they create new systems altogether, which are being used. So I think this whole problem of creating things which are getting used and which are getting a continuous traction is very, very critical, and we should focus on that very much. Last but not the least, from opportunity perspective, is a word which is hidden, which is options, right? So nobody will like to stay in Kolkata and work for one great company. So if Kreeti is doing an amazing job, commendable, great, but it's not going to help, because if I do not want to work with this company tomorrow, which company do I go to day after tomorrow? Right? This is a big question which always stands out, and I think that is one big reason why we also decided to come along with Manish and try to help how we can fix this whole problem. Second major issue that we found, again from an employee perspective, when they look at Calcutta as an ecosystem, where they want to take up a job or they don't want to take up a job, is accept bullying from someone who has just been around and doing the same job again and again and writes a 10-year experience on his CV, and that is and due to that he has become the manager of that division, and that is so common, and I think again, I'm not generalizing, but Calcutta comes from a little hierarchical structure, and this causes a lot of problem, not just from the manager perspective, but also from business owner perspective. So a lot of times I have found business owners are not able to respect their team members, their employees at a level that they should respect them, or they should give them that sense of talent and camaraderie rather than a sense of entitlement. So I think this sense of entitlement definitely needs to go out, and for this business owners, promoters, HRs, senior managers need to roll up their sleeves, right? They only want to follow people who do the job, who want the company, either by calling them up or sitting with them. So as I said, the last but not the least in the work environment is open culture. I think people today expect the overall culture to be open, to be more receptive. People with ideas should be accepted, and the feedback should be frank and immediate, right? A lot of times feedback is held back, and when a negotiation situation comes in the organization, then only the feedback box is opened up. So when a person comes and asks for a hike, then the feedback box is opened up that, you know, in January you did this, and in March you did this, and April you did this. This is something that is very common, and people don't want this. So again, these can be taken as some of the criticisms, but this can also be taken as opportunity to improve. And as I am saying that these are not the problems only in Calcutta, but Calcutta being the backwater of technology business, this has aggrieved the whole situation here, and we find it very difficult to attract people, retain talent in Calcutta because of these problems. And what is happening is we are getting into a negative spiral. So things are getting worse and worse because it's overall a chicken and egg situation, right? Without good talent, you can't build good companies, right? And without having good companies, good talent don't want to come to Calcutta for a very simple reason, which I said, options. If a guy wants to even come to Kolkata to